This really brings me to kind of a greater point, and if I can be serious here for just 1 second, and nobody's more surprised than I am, I want to talk about something that, frankly, is if not the centerpiece, one of the biggest centerpieces as to why I do this show every single week. And I think there is a real danger in this country in party politics. As I've said before, the Republicans are playing for their team, and the Democrats are playing for their team. And there isn't a player on either team that would not hesitate to juice if it meant winning a World Series, however they define what the World Series is at that particular moment. And I think we, the people, the constituency, need to do a better job of remembering that in our daily discourse with one another because, regretfully, I think most have bought into this whole treating our political party like our favorite sports teams. Win, lose, or draw, we back our team. The problem with that is we are aligning ourselves into two groups where, on either side, in either camp, it is comprised of people that have no bottom to the depth and breadth of their own hypocrisy. And what that translates into for the masses then is every time one of the captains of their team steps to the podium to vomit their spin on the matters of the day that suits their expedience, all of their fans, us, then go out and become lemmings for their propaganda machine. Now, I see it every day. Every single day, I see that people in their news feeds, people that are very smart people that I respect, throwing themselves behind ridiculous ideas or rhetoric and sounding like a misinformed, cotton-headed ninny muggins, all because somebody in their party told them to. And the strength of their tunnel vision for their party just doesn't permit them to see it. But when you think about it, people are losing friends not over politics necessarily, but politicians and whatever random thing may or may not have fallen out of their mouth on that day, and whether they may or even believe in what they just said. And I think we're way overdue to be a nation comprised of not Republicans and Democrats, but rather good ideas and bad ideas. Uh, there isn't a single man, woman, or child alive today, or ever for that matter, that has ever been categorically or empirically correct all the time. So, why do so many of us believe that a political party that is made up of politicians is? Every day there are good ideas and good dialogue that either never happens or is never heard because both sides already hate the thought before anything has ever even been said, so inherently they can't be swayed. And certainly everyone is going to have their own personal worldview or view of particular matters that are deeply personal to them, and I think that's great. However, before we approach one another with vitriol and self-righteousness, um, I think we really kind of need to we need to stop and quit deeming ourselves to be the ultimate arbiter of balls and strikes in politics. I think we need to honestly ask ourselves: are we really the ones that are calling them out as they come across the plate? Because I think there's a high likelihood that subconsciously, much of the time, we're allowing someone in D.C. who is fueled by special interest, large private donors, and personal ambition to be the umpire. Now, they are gaining dollars, status, and influence. We're just pissing off our friends and bombing bridges to meaningful dialogue amongst ourselves just so they can progress towards their personal and political ambitions. Uh, this is my opinion. Fairness and in full disclosure, my opinion and $1.96 will get you nothing more than a large cup of premium roast from your local McDonald's. But there you have it.